It's now time for sports, and as usual, Michael is already standing by. Michael, your namesake, Michael Essien, has also been speaking. What has he been saying?
Well, he's been suggesting that he could make a return to the Black Stars, or he may not. He says a lot of it will depend on the meeting that he hosts with the GFA. We've also got news from the National Under-20 camp where a storm similar to one that occurred before the last World Cup Ghana took part in 2009 is brewing. The GFA says Chelsea defender Daniel Papo is injured. Papo says he's not injured. Details in a short while.
Brought to you by
Tigo. Smile, you've got Tigo.
You're welcome back. We begin with news that Chelsea midfielder Michael Essien says he will hold a meeting with the Ghana Football Association before making an announcement on his international future. Essien has not played for Ghana since appearing in a Nations Cup qualifier against Congo in June 2011. The Chelsea midfielder says he will sit down with the GFA to sort out some personal issues and then make an announcement on whether he will be prepared to play again or not.
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the FA. There are a few issues we need to sort it out. So sometimes I think very soon I will announce my decision, my future with the Black Stars.
When you meet the GFA, would you be tabling this, that if you pick up an injury with Ghana, Ghana should be responsible for it?
No, it's not about my injuries. I've had a couple of injuries playing for the Black Stars. As I'm talking to you now, I've had like 9 major surgeries on my knees, but thank God I'm still back on my feet playing my football. But the meeting is not about my injury.
How do you feel when you hear people say that you are unpatriotic for dumping us at some point?
Well, I think it's very unfair, because I think people are very quick to judge with the players, I started playing for the national team when I was 17. So if in case, I don't expect people to say I'm patriotic or whatever, because I've always been there for the nation, and I've played every category for the nation. So if they say that, it's very unfair, to be honest.
On to our next story now, and Ghana prodigy Christian Atsu has moved closer to a move to Liverpool after his club FC Porto softened their stance. Atsu's contract is running out next year, and the Portuguese club was keen to retain his services, but sources close to the player say he is now set for a move to the English Premiership, where Liverpool have been keen on his services for some time now. British newspaper The Guardian says Liverpool have lodged an initial £3 million offer with Porto, who are keen not to lose the player before his contract expires next year. Another player set on the move is Ghana goalkeeper Fatau Dauda, who has confirmed he will be joining South African Premier League side Orlando Pirates after completing a medical. Dauda arrived in Accra last night after undergoing the procedure in Johannesburg and says he is pumped up for the opportunity to play for the club. South African clubs have not been exactly good to Ghanaian players, but Dauda is determined to make the most of the opportunity that's about to come his way. He says that, I find it a big opportunity and a huge challenge. I know they have good goalkeepers at the club, but football sometimes is about testing yourself against the best, and I enjoy doing that. It's a challenge I handled well before I became Ghana first choice. I'm determined to do that all over again. Onto the camp of the National Under-20 team, who begin their World Cup campaign in Turkey on Friday. And Chelsea defender Daniel Papo has been ruled out of the tournament, with the GFA claiming that an injury is not allowing him to combine the schedule of training and playing in the tournament. But the defender has taken to Twitter in the last few minutes to deny the claim and says that he has no clue why the GFA issued a statement claiming he's injured. Papo joined up with Ghana for the first time in the build-up to the tournament and was on training with the Black Satellites in Switzerland before he was told he would not be able to play in the tournament. The story brings back memories of all the controversy in the build-up to the 2009 World Under-20 Championships, which Silas Tete went on to win, despite being accused by some players of favoritism in his selection. Let's take some athletics news before we fill you in on the fixtures for the English Premier League. And Ghanaian athletes have until July 29 to make the qualifying marks for the World Athletics Championships that will be held in Moscow. The General Secretary of the Ghana Athletics Association says at the moment, no Ghanaian athletes is certain of a place in that competition, which could effectively mean the competition will go on without Ghanaian participation.
For the World Championship itself in Russia, currently the female team is in Nigeria. They just finished their Nigeria Grand Prix and then staying there to run another competition just this Friday, trying to qualify for the World Championship. The guys are also in United States of America. They are also trying to qualify, but since up to now we've not gotten any qualification, but they are just getting closer and closer. We are praying for the first week or the second week in July we should get somebody qualified for the World Championship. We're not ruling anybody out because the deadline is on 29th of July. So for now up to July, we still have it's enough time for anybody to make the qualification mark. This time now for us to prepare. If we don't prepare the athletes now, then we just send them to or waiting for the 2016 to come. Then we say, why Ghana didn't get gold medal? We didn't get gold medal just like that. We get gold medal for good preparation.
So some tough times ahead for those Ghanaian athletes hoping to compete at the world event in Russia. Let's get back to some football news now, and a story that many of you football fans will be delighted with, because the English Premier League has unveiled its fixtures for the coming season with some tough games in the opening weeks for the likes of Man United, Chelsea, Spurs, as well as Arsenal.